And I deleted the last stream. I'm basically redoing my first stream I did. This is inspire beginners. I'm kind of repeating what I said a while ago. I need to check my feedback of my music because I couldn't leave that stream up. The music was so terrible. It was, you couldn't hear anything I was saying. So hello guys, it's been watching HO Power Train. Thank y'all so much for supporting and coming by. I appreciate it. That's what it's about with HO Power Train here. We run trains, we build scenery, we do model railroading at our own cost of model railroading. And that's most important for the model railroading business. So I'm sorry I'm repeating this stream, but I have to do what I gotta do. So let's see. I'm trying to get feedback before I start, making sure my mic ain't throwing anything different. So let's see how this sounds. Those of you guys that came in and y'all seen how choppy the stream was because of the audio. If we're getting any bad feedback, let me know, please. Let's see. I have to go get a recognition. I'll be right back. It seems like it sounds okay. If y'all can't hear me, please let me know, because on my end it seems like it's okay. I had to delete the last stream if you're just coming in. Let's see. Man. Let's see. I just want to make sure. I'm gonna kind of run through it because I'm just repeating what I did, okay? It's still loud. That music is okay. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get this music because I want to keep this on the channel. See, I just want to make sure. I'm gonna kind of run through it because I'm just repeating what I did, okay? That sounds better. A lot better than what it was. So hello to the two lurkers in the back. How y'all doing? Let's see. All right, so inspire. Let's see if I kind of remember how I did this. So beginner starter. Decide before you do anything. Decide on what space you got, because that's going to determine the scale you're going to run. Okay. Of course, if you have a smaller space and you want a lot going on in it, of course you're going to have to go to N scale. Okay. A larger space, then you can go to HO scale, O scale, whatever else you got. So again, beginners, that's a good aspect to start. HO scale and N scale is the two primaries when you're starting out. If you have more money for bigger scales, that's great. Next thing, research before you do anything. Research before you even start your model railroading thing. There's so many videos out there and so many good teachers out there that give great information on plans of model railroading, on how to do model railroading and everything else. Okay, so research plenty. You do not need to follow too much of wild designs. You don't need to do that. If you have a 4x8 sheet of plywood, all you need is an outer and an inner with an industry with some buildings inside. whatever you're doing, you can do to your perspective. Um, Again, this is all advice. You do what the hell you want to do at the end of the day. I'm just helping giving advice on stuff that I've learned. Okay. Um, Again, research it, but make it your own. Don't go to somebody's stuff and expect your stuff is going to come out like that, especially if you're beginning, unless you got some kind of wild, crazy skill. Some of us do. Some of us has good skills, and you can put it into play. But a lot of this stuff, whenever you're doing it, it comes in time. You build it, you learn it, and you go as you go. Right? Um, you're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna mess up, but you can correct that, and you learn as you go. All right. Um, Making it your own on that aspect of it. Do what you want to do. It doesn't matter how wild it is. It doesn't matter if you want to put toys in your layout or anything. It does not matter. You put what the hell you want to put in your layout, and don't let nobody else persuade you different. Okay? Don't do that, because at the end of the day, it's yours and it's your design. um, Take advice when needed, but don't get pulled off course through negativity or through anything else. Okay? Take advice, give advice if you can. Everybody has their own opinion. You do what you can, and but don't get pulled off course of what you're doing. Okay, that's very important as a beginner, because if you do that and somebody's coming in and they're jealous of your work, or they see something you're doing and they want to do it, and they might throw their negativity on you, don't get discouraged about that. Okay, do it because at the end of the day, it's what you want to do, and it's in your home. You know, you got to live with it, no one else. So that's a big thing in model railroading. People can get discouraged and they can quit, because you know life has challenges, and you move through the challenges and you keep going. Okay. That goes back to the part where you see somebody doing a layout and you're like, man, I wish my stuff can come out like that. Well, it can, you know, but again, it's going to take time and learning, practicing. You're going to mess up, scrape that shit up, and you do it again. Okay. Just the way it is, how life works, the way it goes. Okay. You're going to see these older guys that's been in the model railroading business for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, and they have great ideas. This stuff looks awesome. I still admire a lot of these railroaders I see on YouTube. I mean, it just looks so freaking awesome. But a lot of us don't have that. A lot of us don't have the space. I can't say that here, but I'm not bragging. I'm just saying a lot of us don't have the space, and a lot of us don't have that. That experience behind us to do what they do. So do not go and see something that's big over here and try to put that into your own perspective, because it's not going to work, especially as a beginner. Okay. Nothing is impossible. You can do anything. You can do what the hell you want to do. But at the end of the day, nothing, you do what you got, right? Uh, Enjoy every part of your model railroad, building from the bench work to the track work to senior work to put model cars in your layout. Enjoy every aspect of that, because that's what makes model railroading fun, and it makes it yours, right? Again, you're doing it for a pastime, for a stress reliever. You're doing it for you, and you're doing it so you can, whoever you're sharing with it in your family or whoever else you're sharing it with, can get an enjoyment out of it also. So those are good things as a beginner that you can do. Okay. Um, Again, do not come into model railroading blind. Again, going back to the research, make sure you do your research. If you don't know how to use plans on the internet, draw your plan out. Draw what you want. Draw the space you have. Just note that whatever space you have is going to determine your pretty much determine your scale, unless you want just like a shelf layout, switching layout or something. If you don't have a lot of space and you want to go HO, you won't have a lot of room for that. That comes in because you have to have larger radiuses. HO scale runs on a minimum of 18, 22-inch radius is what manufacturers like to run their locomotives in, such as This scale train likes to run on 22-inch radius. Okay, so on the box is stamped 22-inch radius. This locomotive will run on 22-inch radius. Okay, out the factory. Um, People will get mixed up with saying that a 22-inch radius or even 18-inch radius is causing derailments on their layout, and they'll blame it on the radius. Believe it or not, a lot of times it's not the radius, it's your track work. It's how you laid your track. You could have a dip in your track, and your locomotive hits that dip and it'll derail, or something will happen where it'll give you a derailment or whatnot. Um, when you lay in track work, you want your track work to be level or going in a incline, especially if you're doing inclines. You want it to be a gradient incline, no dips in it. Okay. Um, what else can we add to that? Again, enjoy the build, getting back to enjoying it. And again, don't get pulled off course by anybody telling you it's ugly or don't look good or something's wrong with it. Hey, it's what you want to do. It's what you want to do. Jealousy and negativity does not go away. Okay. Um, Trying to think of some more. Build it to suit you, but don't make it work. If you're doing something on an area and you feel like you're getting tired of doing it, get away from that area and go to another area, right? Go to another area, do a little bit there. And of course, don't make it work, because at the end of the day, it's model railroading and you want to have fun with it. So work should not be a thing in model railroading. I guess some people can say, well, building the bench work is work, right? So, yeah. Um, put your signature into it. When I say put your signature into it, everybody got their own handwriting, just like everybody got their own ways of building their layout. And you can see it. Um, in the real world, things are not perfect. Okay, things are not perfect. Build your layout to that. If you're trying to do a prototypical, okay, if you're trying to go prototypical, build your layout to make it look like the real world. Weeds, tires in the ditches, junk cars laying by tracks, ballast everywhere. You know, to an extent, you create the real world to make it look realistic. Putting real dirt on your layout, real rocks where it's needed, blending that in with scenery, turfs and this and that will make it look good also. So that should help somebody build a layout by going off the real world, of course. Look at pictures if you have to. For me, I don't prototypical one area. I don't do that because my OCD will make me do that one area and I'll get it too perfect, and I don't want to do that. I'm not about perfection. I'm about just getting it done and making it look good. Okay. Um, Getting to the money aspect of it, model railroading is expensive. It can get freaking expensive. We all know this, just like everything. It's beating a dead horse, right? Um, Things are expensive in the real world. This is an expensive locomotive here. This thing was $300, okay? Around Christmas time right now, I am not trying to buy a $300 locomotive. Hell, if I can build kits and save money, I will. A kit is anywhere from $30 to $50 on a cheap kit, right? That's what we call cheap with Walther's kits. If you're just starting out, hone your skill on building your own kits. You know, scratch building, um, doing what you can. I put a video out when I built my corrugated metal, and that's using aluminum foil, cheap methods on getting things done, and it looks like the real deal. Okay, so model railroading, yeah, you got to buy trains, you got to buy track, you got to buy power packs. If you're going DCC, that's going to be more expensive, okay? So those things you have to buy more of, but everything else you can pretty much make your own scenery, build your own trees, build your mountains and everything else, okay? I hope I'm coming out good. You know, guys can hear me. The people that rewatch this, okay? Oh, it sucks I had to redo it, but I had to do what I had to do because I wanted to keep the inspiring video up. You just couldn't understand too much of what I was saying. Okay. So the highlights of this is research, watching how much you spend on a budget, and don't let nobody drag you down in their negativity to pull you off course and doing what you're doing. I had plenty of that in the past. I had plenty of that pulled me off course, try to tell me what to do, try to conform me. Um, I had a lot of that before, okay? I've lived it. I went through it almost 3 years. It was very tough and very hard to get through. It was a challenge, but I did. And at the end of the day, I like to build trains like this. Okay, it's not appealing to a lot of people, and I understand that, but it's appealing to me. God made me who I am, and that's who I need to impress is the Lord and the people that come here and watch my channel. The past 2 or 3 months had a lot of letdowns and a lot of disappointments, which I moved forward from, and I left the past in the past and I moved forward. Um, Now which I always have, I do model railroading. I run my trains, I build kits, I do what I can with my model railroading industry, okay? And showing somebody how to get it done, especially somebody that don't know, trying to figure it out, okay? I go to work, I have a full-time job, I'm making no money with YouTube, although I am monetized, but my monetization has not come through my bank. I'm having a lot of trouble with that, and it's not a lot of money. I think it's like $60 I made so far. Okay, those of you guys that want to know, y'all think I'm making big money with this? I'm not. I'm earning every cent. Nothing was gave to me, although a couple little things here and there, but the majority, I had to claw and scratch my way to get where I'm at. Okay, that's the real world. That's the way things tick over here, and that's what we're doing. Um, don't want nobody to mislead this into some kind of negativity or whatnot. No, it's the truth. I'm telling the truth, and it seems like every time I tell the truth, people run from it and they get mad, and they don't. Whatever, fine. That's on them. It's on them. There's the door. It is what it is. Again, I'm here for model railroading and helping someone. Okay. Those of you guys that have been watching, you have been commenting, y'all know who y'all are. Thank y'all so much. I'm here for y'all. Always leave advice. Always leave your comments. Um, as long as it's advice that we can learn together on, and not comments where it's beat me up for building a train like this. Okay, I get that every day. I get daily stuff every day. I get people trying to conform me. I'm not doing that. I don't do that here. Okay, I run my trains and I try to help somebody. All right. That's what model railroading is about to me. Okay. Um, Again, I have no time to do anything else but just to come in here and do this and work and tend to my family. I got a 17-year-old daughter that's coming up and she's looking for a car. And I got a lot going on over there on that end also. Lost a lot of family members this past year, and it's been a hell of a year. Okay. Fighting through, and I'm going and I'm striving, and I'll always be what I'm going to be. Okay. So if people don't understand certain things on my channel on how I run my trains or how I do things, just note that I'm keeping it real and I'm keeping it for what I like to do and what I am going to do. Okay. So those of you guys that's been here for the journey, again, thank y'all so much. So that's it on this. I was going to try to bring it to at least 30 minutes, but it looks like we're going to be cutting it out sooner because I got to get back to cleaning my track. I have some problem areas that I've been having trouble with. To wrap this all up, have fun with your hobby. Just have fun with it. You have to live with it. You have to put it in your home. If you want to put a freaking volcano with volcano stuff coming out, hey, that's what you want to do. Get it done, right? So Hopefully the feedback on the music ain't as bad. I just checked it. Looks pretty good. Have any questions, leave it in the comment sections on my videos. Again, my videos are made to inspire, enjoy, and have a reflection on what I like to do. Okay, so that's where we're at with model railroading, guys. And I'm going to continue being real and continue being me. So again, I am here for model railroading. Thank y'all so much for coming in. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. See y'all later, guys.